And I have on the line with me at this time recording artist Vero G. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show.
No doubt. Definitely. It's a pleasure. So, before we get started, I'd like to have you introduce yourself. Basically, where are you originally from?
Okay, yes. I'm actually born and raised from the Lower East Side and in New York City.
Okay, Lower East Side. All right, that's what's up. Definitely, that's what's up. So, when and where did your career begin? As far as when did you actually start being a recording artist? At what age?
Wow. I would say around the age of maybe 27, 28, around there.
Okay, about 27, 28. And what actually inspired you to actually become a recording artist? What was your inspiration?
Oh God, there's so many. Well, basically my inspiration is of course my parents. Besides that, as of for musical inspirations, I could say is Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, and Alicia Keys.
Okay. Oh, some legends and some divas that's definitely doing their thing in the industry. So that's some good inspiration. So as far as, and speaking of that, as far as artists, inspiration, I know you're an independent artist, and there's other independent artists out there now. But as far as yourself, how do you actually different as far as your style of music? How is it different than the other artists? And describe your style.
Okay. What I like to do is, because you know how every artist have their own genre of music. I usually do R&B, so I like to blend it in. So basically, the way I'm kind of stand out is when I perform. We have to engage the audience and get them involved with depending on the song. But what I usually like to do is just I like to blend the different types of music. Bachata, I like to blend in reggae, so I get the crowd going instead of just doing ballads or just love songs and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I like that because, like I say, every genre of music is different. So this way, you're not the same, and you're different from any other artist, which is a good thing nowadays. Because you always hear, oh, that person sound like that person. Like when Future and what's the artist came out? Can't remember his name. Anyway, they said they sound alike. So it's different.
Oh, wow.
It's definitely good that you actually sound different. So let's talk about your album, Trials and Tribulation. So with your album, how did you come up with that name? I like that. And everybody, before I let you say anything, everybody goes through trials and tribulation. So how did you come up with that, actually the concept and the title behind that album?
Okay, so basically, that was in the process of doing this album. Like almost 2 years ago, making this album in this future, Cool Breeze. I think all the songs I had basically was just past experience, hardship, anything that anybody could relate to, either relationship wise, love, heartache, hardship, overall, that good stuff. So I decided to name it Trials and Tribulations to that experience of all the songs I had in the album. Basically, going through good and bad times and overcoming it.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, like you said, and I can hear it as far as all the tracks, 13 tracks on the album, and all of them, like you can hear the heartaches, you can hear the good times, the bad times. So I definitely like that, the way the concept of the album. And as I mentioned, everybody goes through trials and tribulations, so that's definitely a good concept behind that. And and it's one thing I hate about sometimes listening to a CD, and you may know it as far as yourself, you don't listen to the whole CD, you just skip tracks, or you be like, oh, I like that. But this particular CD, I can actually listen from the first intro to track 13 without even skipping, and that's definitely a good CD, so
Thank
definitely
you.
Congrats to you on making that CD. So definitely good, and make sure everybody cop that CD. Definitely cop that CD. So speaking of the CD, let's talk about a couple of the tracks on there. One of the tracks, of course, is the title Trials and Tribulation. When you did that track, what was going through your mind when you actually did that track?
Okay. Well, at the time, I could say basically I just kind of like, within the 2 years, 2 year gap, you could say I used all what I went through, and I just basically wrote down like how I felt, or basically it's just what we all go through in life, your downs and your situations, and you just kind of like overcome it. So basically, I just feel like doing this track, I feel like it was needed to put out there because of the fact that anybody could relate to that, meaning either they're going through a heartache or they're going through some hardship or, just some obstacles in their life. I feel like it was best to just put out there and let them know they're not the only ones out there, struggling or trying to strive out there.
Right, exactly. And I can hear it as far as in the lyrics when I listen to the track. You can definitely hear that. And definitely, I love that track. Definitely.
Thank you.
And the other one was I was looking at track number 3, "Can't Live Without You." What was your concept behind that? Because it's a little different. So describe that.
Yes. Okay. Great. Sure. Okay. So with that track itself, I did with Cool Breeze. He's also an artist as well. You guys could check him out at his Twitter handle. It's just to hip hop. So we did that. Actually, we did that track a year ago. So, and I wanted to just be unique and different. So I said, you know what? I want to do a song that, basically is about love, a woman that's basically infatuated with a man, and she wants him to make that next step and be his wife, basically, in that sense.
Right.
So,
okay.
basically, she's just kind of, it's like a love letter to a man, stating like her love for him, basically, and how much he means to her in that sense.
Okay, definitely. And I like it. Like I said, I like it. It's actually it's English and Spanish, so it's both versions, so you can relate to it. So like I said, it's definitely a nice touch to the CD. And
Thank you.
Another good track. Like I said, you got some good tracks on there. Okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
No problem. So this past Sunday, you had an album release party for your actual CD and your album. How
Yes.
And like I said, I was there, so it was good to meet you. Actually, definitely good to meet you. And there was some good artists there. So how do you feel as far as the support and the love you get? How did that make you feel?
It was just overwhelming, honestly. I mean, because, sometimes, especially indie artists, it's hard because you're trying to push yourself out there, grind every day, trying to network. It could be sometimes positive, also negative. So in the sense that, when I told yesterday we overcome this, and the love and support from everybody, from the supporters, yourself, everybody that was, from that day, I meant to say, basically it was just such a great feeling, and I just felt so warm with love and joy.
Definitely. And I want to shout you out. It was, something that, it was sort of a surprise to people that, during your album release party, you actually gave out awards to different indie artists, to the actual owner of the place we was at, and you also shouted out me and also Marky 3. And what they doing as far as, I like that. That was definitely a good touch to your album release party.
Not a problem. I just, I like to get support when there's support given, and we don't get that a lot, especially for indie artists. We don't get that kind of like that push from anybody that's just saying, hey, wow, let me help you out, or let me just check you out, or let me hear your music or share your stuff. So for to find people like yourself that are willing to like open your mind, open your ears, listen to our music, and just get great positive or any kind of feedback, we truly appreciate this. So I feel like this event was so well needed. The fact that I wanted to give recognition as recognition was due, to next to the artists, to yourself, and to Little Mamas, and Marky 3, and everybody that was there yesterday. That day. That's all.
Definitely. And I appreciate that, what I'm saying. Like you said, as you mentioned, the DJs, all the DJs out there support the independent artists, because like I said, these mainstream radio stations they may play some of the independent artists, but not all the time. So I want to shout you out and the rest of the independent artists that was there performing, and
you're awesome.
They always doing their thing, grinding hard, always grinding hard. So So how do you balance your music with other obligations? Because I know you do your music and you also, a mother. And how do you balance all your obligations?
Wow, that's a good question. Basically, I realized from doing this for some time now, I think it's just, you have to have like a schedule for yourself when you can. It's not easy sometimes, it could be overwhelming, honestly, but just try to balance out the best way you can as like, work out with the schedule, not only myself, except for my son, to work out his schedule, my schedule. So I have to really balance out. Sometimes I have to like actually decline gigs because it could be overwhelming at some times, the scheduling and everything else. But I do try my best to do both and to stay positive always and just be the best I can and support overall.
Definitely. And that's good. Like you say, you have to cancel some things, but family first, and you have to do certain things. But you're still out there grinding. So definitely shouts out to you for doing what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So you have any upcoming shows that's coming up or events?
Yes. Actually, as we speak, let me check real quick my calendar.
I understand.
Not a problem. Okay, so yeah, I have, as we speak, I actually have in the 23rd, it's called Blazing the Runways in Connecticut. I believe it's in Haven, I don't have the address on me right now, but I know definitely it's a fashion show / showcase. I believe I'll be one of the artists to perform for that show. I don't have the full details on me because I don't have it right on me, but I'll definitely send you information if you need to. Also, on the 30th of this month, I also have another performance in Connecticut it's actually called Diamond Fashion Week in Connecticut, and I will be one of the performers that's performed. Also, I have a couple of things coming in the works, as they say, and like in October and stuff like that for music and stuff, but I'll definitely keep you posted.
No doubt. Oh, I'm sorry, I neglected to say, I said recording artist. Also, you're a fashion model.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, just a little bit.
That's all right.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're doing your thing. Like I said, you're doing a lot of things out there. So, and I know you got your project out now. Any other things you're working on for the future as far as projects?
Yes. As we speak right now, like in the beginning stages, as you could say, working on my third album, which is going to be called Vero G. So it's kind of very simple. So actually, the first one's actually featuring all that. So yeah, I just like world premiere basically.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, I actually have a couple of tracks I've already done. I kind of really got them right in the studio for some time, and I've been holding it down to make sure I had the certain amount of songs I want in the album. But I'm working, as I said, definitely by within a couple of months with my music mentor, Cool Breeze. It should be coming out definitely by next year.
Okay. So as far as your social media sites, give everybody your information, how they can reach out to you.
Sure, not a problem. Okay, so it's no problem. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. If you guys would like to contact me, basically check out my social media information. Is my YouTube channel is Vero 2884. My Twitter handle is Vero 2884. My SoundCloud is Veronica Gonzalez 11 behind that. My Reverb Nation page is Vero G. My Facebook artist page is Vero G. If you'd like to book me, you can book me at my email, which is Vero2884@yahoo.com.
Nice, definitely. Okay.
Thank you.
One thing I always ask independent artists, what advice would you give? Because everybody go through things. What advice would you give independent artists as far as that want to be in the business, already in the business? What good advice would you give them?
Oh wow, that could be all day, but I'll make it simple. Basically, the things I learned through this industry itself, it can be very hard sometimes and very disappointing at times. But what I've learned so far from going through all that, I will say, is always stay positive, stay humble, always stay humble. The other thing I could tell you is the fact for the artists or upcoming artists is always work on your craft, grind, and basically just don't ever give up on yourself.
Definitely, I like that. Definitely like that advice. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. You keep grinding.
Yes.
You're doing your thing. So, any last minute shout outs or acknowledgement you want to give? I know you probably got a lot of people you want to give, but you don't have to.
God.
They won't. Hey, put it like this: they won't be offended if you miss them. So
Oh, okay. Let me start the lineup. No problem. Yes, definitely. So before anything, I just want to give a shout out to you, Mike Styles, DJ Mike Styles, for having me on the show and just supporting me and just the greatness overall. And thank you so much for that. Also, I would like to give a shout out to Cool Breeze, to my family, my friends, my supporters, from the artists that were on the show, the Gramessa, Lucius, oh my God. Okay, I have the whole lineup. Okay, Truth Be Told, everybody that was in the show, basically. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to VLO, who was the sponsor, who also worked with me with the event at that day. Super excited entry Trinity Lounge. Thank you. Wow, everybody. So many people. But overall, just everybody that I worked with in the past, or as of now, or in the future, I just wanted to say thank you to all who believed in me and just supported me what I do, and just the great feedback and love you guys give me is just enough for as it is. So thank you.
No doubt, definitely. And like I said, don't worry, they ain't gonna be offended if you missed them. So.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. You said all your family and friends and supporters, so that's pretty much cover everybody that you missed. So. I want to say, as far as for myself, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, stay humble. Don't forget, where you came from. As far as how could I say it? Like these legends always say, don't be yourself. Basically,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Don't be nobody else. Don't try to be nobody else. Be yourself. They're gonna love you regardless. So, continue success to you. And God bless you. And I definitely, will support you. Come out to your event and play your music. So, shouts out to you. And much respect to you. And I definitely appreciate what you're doing. Keep doing it. All right?
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me on the show. And just thank you overall. Thank you.
No problem. So before I let you go, I want you to introduce your song to everybody. And I will talk to you soon. So go ahead and introduce your song for me.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. The song definitely you're gonna play. I believe it's called "Can't Live Without You," featuring Cool Breeze. That's the bilingual, Spanish they call it song. And and also Trials and Tribulations. So definitely just hope you guys like it. And like I said, you're going to contact me. If anything, you could contact DJ Mike Styles. He has all my information, and he could definitely forward to you guys if anything. And just hope to hear from you all, and I hope you love the music and enjoy.
Trials and Tribulations. I've been gone through, it's more than I can tell you. Time to time I value what I learned through virtues. Makes me who I am. I am making my stand to let nothing stop me. But changes who I am. Trials and tribulations, all that I've forsaken. Things that I have seen has made me awaken. Appreciate the mistakes I made. To never ever be afraid of what is there to come and what I will become. I am here to conquer what is mine to foster. From pain, love, and sorrow to my dreams, goals, and tomorrows. Something we can understand, having our faults and withstand, pushing us harder, getting close to our dreams, working hard to believe nothing has of what is there to come and what I will become. Every day it's a struggle, just like in the jungle, just to get by and let the time fly. Know what you have gone through, someone else has gone to. So don't let nothing stop you in what you wanna do. Trials and tribulations, all that I've forsaken, things that I have seen has made me all awaken. Appreciate the mistakes I made, to never ever be afraid of what is there to come and what I will become. Trials and tribulations, all that I've forsaken, things that I have seen has made me all awaken. Appreciate the mistakes I made, to never ever be afraid of what is there to come and what I will become. Let's see what the future will bring. Vero G, can't live without you.
No puedo vivir sin ti. Te quiero mami. Tú eres el amor de mi vida. Sin ti, no sé qué hacer. Esta canción es para ti. Ya tú me conoces. Tú sabes cómo yo soy. Siempre pensando en ti. No te olvidaré.
Este dolor me está matando. Quiero que estés conmigo. Sé parte de mi fantasía. Quédate en mi vida. Can't live without you. No puedo vivir sin ti. You are my world. I'm nothing without you. No. I wanna be your girl in your world. No.
Bachatea, tu mami. Echa todo eso para acá.